we're good to go. Okay, we're actually live on time. Okay, let's get going. We're going to be having a fun stream tonight. We're going to be doing the iris tonight. Let me make sure we got everything we need all set to go. That's skinny. Huh. Oddly enough. Okay, yeah, we should be good to go. All right, we're going to take that down and melt that off. Melt this in. Okay. All right, we should be all good to go. We have everything I need. I don't see anything that's missing, so we should be good. What's up, Bale? How are you? Moon, what's happening? KCH, how are you? Okay, let's get going. So tonight we are doing the uranium and multi-green color iris. Hello, Leslie. How are you? So we're going to bring this in, trim it up a little. Oh, that's too skinny there. There we are. Okay. It's going to take a little bit of work to get it done, but this is going to be a longer project. It's not a super fast one. It never is. But it's worth it in the end. Oh yeah, Groves, it can, even a week off can definitely throw you off by a long shot. Okay, so we're going to start that process now. I gotta kind of estimate how much glass I'm going to need at one time. That's going to be the tricky part. I have no idea exactly how much glass we're going to be using, but we'll figure it out as we go. It'll all be good. Hey, Kevin, how are you? Quick shout out for Kevin's book since he's on a drive-by. Kevin's book. Go check Kevin's book out. Awesome author and great content. Okay, let's get started. Got to make 6 of these, so we'll need 6 versions of this. We're going to bring it out here. Warm that up. Going to add some different greens to it. Going to use a little of the shimmer. Like that. We're definitely going to use the slime. Bring that down. And that one. Let's see how many. Yep, about 2 inches. Okay. Then the secret sauce, the uranium. Got to do the uranium. Bring that down. And that one. So we got all these little stripes down right now. We got all our color laid in. So we can see all the colors just kind of bouncing around in there. All twisted up. Uranium glass. Vaseline glass is a little bit... Vaseline glass has uranium glass in it, but it is not uranium glass. Or uranium glass is not Vaseline glass. Two totally different animals. Same materials essentially, but yeah, two way different things. Vaseline glass mostly has the yellowish look, like Vaseline. Uranium glass is made with uranium oxide only. Okay, so we're going to twist all this up. Get a nice little swirl in there. Get this end all twisted up. Pull that little bit off right there. That does not belong. There we go. Then we're going to bring this over and flatten it out. How hard would it be? Uranium glass works exactly the same as normal glass. It's not a difficulty issue. That's a little bigger than I wanted, but okay. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger than I wanted, but okay. I guess it's going to be bigger. You know what? Tell me I think this is the line. Okay, good. All right, we're going to use this. All right, we got a nice little bead of glass on there. Let's go ahead and pull it out now. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a longer project, but that's okay. Tighten this up. Okay, we got number 1 done. Let's see if I can... We're probably not going to get a great look at the colors right now because it's hot, but I'll try and show you a little bit. And side view. There we are, and we'll get some of those colors bouncing through like that. Yeah, we got some cool colors running through there. That will work. And we're going to pull that off. Clean it up a little bit right there. And run that in the kiln for a little bit. All right, I got to make some room. We are out of kiln room in here. There we are. So that's 1 down. 5 to go. Like I said, they take a little bit. We are making a iris. How come the rods don't get hot? Ask physics. They just don't. It's a weird concept, weird feeling too, but it just doesn't get hot. All right, let's get this blended in as well. Then we're going to cut this one off. Do the same thing. How much distance for the heat transfer? Like an inch, if that. Maybe an inch. If yeah, that's about it. And that's just the radiating heat coming off the... It's not even transferring down. Okay, we got that done. Let's add the color again. So this is a rinse and repeat process 5 more times, including this one. And then we get to build the stem and assemble the iris. There we are. Color number 2. This is kind of like that lime green slime color. Bring that down. And that one there. And then we got to grab the uranium glass and make that on there. Then we're going to twirl all the colors up and create the next iris petal. A little bit right there. All right, we're good. Twist, smash, and carve it out. Yeah, this is going to be an elegant, beautiful piece. I love making the iris. I really do. It just takes a while to make it. It's a beautiful item when done, but it takes a while. But once it's done, it is stunning. It's one of my favorite flowers to make. We're going to mount it into a round acrylic base so that we can put it on a light base if you want. So it'll get mounted into a 4-inch acrylic base. It'll be super stable, but mostly so you can put it on a light base. All right, let's bring this out. It's going to get a little loud for a second. Get that all twisted in. Okay, we're all good. Bring it back up. Separate. Pull off that little bit of clear, little nipple of clear. Pop that off. And then we get ready to smash. Just got to get it hot enough all the way around. And we are looking good. Got my little smasher here. Bring it out, let it settle for a second, and then Hulk smash. There we go. All right, why the hell are you wobbly? That wasn't supposed to be wobbly. Okay, and then we're going to add the little extensions down here. It's a little off. I'll have to fix it on the pull. There's that. Bring it back out here, bring it down. Coat it right there. Okay, we're going to take it and start shaping this. All right, let's carve it in, and I will show you where we're at with it. So straighten it out. It's bending a little bit on me. All right, we're going to pull this off and straighten it out a little bit at the bottom. It's a little bit crooked. That's the easy part, though. There we go. I don't know if we're correct on this. Let me see. I think we're okay. And bring it back to side view. So there's one iris petal we got going. We got some colors bouncing through it right now. And it should look pretty awesome. Definitely going to have that nice uranium feel to it. So the first step is we're going to build up the first 3 petals, build the stem for it, and then I'll build the last 3. Once I have the first 3 on, I'll have to gauge how big we need to make the last ones. Red Squeak, thank you for the spark. Yep, I do read it. Just every once in a while, I have to like bounce between stuff. Sometimes I have to pay attention to the glass too. Every once in a while. What's up, Ron? How are you? Kathy, hello. Steven, Robbie, Lamborghini, how are you? Bayo, 5150, Janie, how are you? I'm trying to get everybody in here. Red Squeak's in the house. So this is a longer project tonight. If you are looking for super fast, quick and in and out, this is not the night for it. This project is going to take me a little bit of time, probably another 40 minutes. I have no idea what the hell just bounced around. But we are making a iris out of glass, and it will have the wonderful uranium glass in it, along with a few other surprise colors. This is one of my favorite items to make. Never get bored of this one, ever. This will be the first time doing it in green, though. Definitely first time with uranium. I'm not going to be using the multi-split window right now during this. I want to cut, edit, and make this into a video. So I don't want to use the multi-screen. It doesn't make for a good video after. All right, we're going to start adding the colors into this. So there's that really nice shimmer green. We're going to grab our lime green, pop it in, then we do uranium after that. We're making the iris tonight. This is a very rare occasion that I do this. I got a bug up my butt to do it, and we're going to do it. I was going to make it out of amber purple, but I felt like doing it out of uranium. I've never done uranium with it. So this will be a first. I'm kind of excited for it. I really want to see it. Beth does need to do live. She does on TikTok. What's up, Renee? All right, let's add the uranium up here. Yeah, Dragonfly and Groves both do live streams. You know, if I've seen someone do their work, I don't mind giving them shout outs. There are a few glass people out there I will not give shout outs to, because they're either A, horrible people, or B, they're horrible people. That was really close right there. I almost caught my thumb. I don't know if you guys caught that. The glass slipped right off and almost hit my thumb. There we go. Okay, and bring it out here. So this is what it looks like before we start getting into it. We'll kind of shine some color on there. You see it's nice and greeny. We definitely got some beautiful greens going. Beautiful green machine. And we're going to twist it up and make it into the third petal. Then we're going to start the stem for the iris. We're going to build the little middle part of it. I don't know what the hell it's called. The middle part of it. Then we're going to add the first three petals on it, and it's going to give me a little bit of a concept of how big I need to make the second three. So the bottom three are always slightly bigger than the top. All right, we're going to twist all this up. Smooth all that out. There we go. Yeah, the iris is definitely a cool piece to make, but it takes a little bit. Technically, I should have made the petals ahead of time to make it really easy for you guys to watch, but I think it's fun to see how everything is constructed from start to finish. All right, we're going to take this and burn this off. Pull a little bit of clear off here. Then we're going to heat and smash. Got my little smasher right here. I love this tool. It's awesome. It's heavy, and it should be heavy. Here we are. In 3, 2, 1. Hulk smash. Perfect. So this is what it looks like prior to what we do. Got the little patterning going right there. Okay, we're going to grab our lime green and start doing our thing to it. We are sculpting a glass iris. We are using uranium glass, so it has a vibrant green glow under blacklight. So I am constructing the petals right now. Fuse that in. Grab it, and then we have to shape the petal now. Give this one a little bit of a twist. You don't want them to look robotic. So it's okay to go in and give it some character. You don't want them super robotic. Give them a little twist, a little movement. Absolutely nothing in the world wrong with that. Okay. And squishy and squishy. Bring it back out. So this is the patterning we're using. We have some beautiful colors popping. So this will have the beautiful uranium glass in it when under blacklight, but right now we're just kind of doing our thing at it. So again, you don't want to have it like completely robotic, meaning straight up and down, looking goofy. I like putting character into it. Yeah. But that's just me. We're going to attach there. Apparently my glasses are angry at me. I'm hoping the battery's good enough because I want to try and screen record this with the meta glasses when I start assembling. How's everybody doing tonight? Anyway, you guys doing good? You hanging in there? I hope so. Hope you're having a fantastic day and night, wherever you may be. I'm actually going to leave that attached at the moment. Oh boy. I'm actually going to move some things around real quick. Because I did too many big projects today. Finishing up a jellyfish, so we're working on a jellyfish currently too. Why not, right? Why not just do every insane project all at once? Okay, so we're going to work on the stem part. Really debating on the size that I need to use for that. Yeah. Okay. I was going to use just a straight 10 millimeter rod here, but of course I can't leave well enough alone. We're going to grab us some chunky glass. You're going to be perfect. So I'm going to form the stem real quick. And then we'll do the assembly of the first 3 petals. And from there, hopefully have an amazing piece. This part right here is not my favorite. I do not like doing this. It is not a lot of fun to me. But this is the necessary evil for this. So we got to get this fused in here really, really good. No wrinkles, no flaws, no nothing. Because this part will be going into the acrylic. Okay, and we're going to bring it over here. Didn't want to do that. I got to hurry up before the bottom cracks. Because it can definitely give me a trouble and a half. All right, grab that. Let's separate it. Pull this little chunk off here. Okay, we're good to go. Here we are. This one I'm not so worried about. All right, here we go. We got to heat this whole thing up. This is where standing up would actually help. All right, so this is the stem. This is the middle part of the iris flower itself right here. We're going to add its little bumpies in it. I just call them bumpies. I don't know what the hell they're called. Let's go ahead and add the bumpies. We're going to definitely do that out of uranium glass and a little bit of slime. Okay, got some uranium on there. Let's grab the slime. Add that on. They're right there and there. Okay, I think we're okay. Nope, got one spot right here. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more uranium. Give me a second here, just a tiny bit more. Make sure I got the right amount on here. All right, we're good. So we'll bring it out into the middle section here. You can see where we added the little bumps for the flower, the little stem in there. Just a little tiny bumps in there. We got some greens. I know it doesn't show right now, but once you add the light into it, you can start to see all those colors pop out. Now, here's a little pro tip right here. Once you get bumps on, okay, you have a 90% chance of having something crack on that. Bad. It's very bad. So once you get your little bumps on there, grab it, give it a slight pull, like that. Just a little one. That will lock everything in place. Pop that off. Yeah, that little maneuver right there locks everything in place. Except for when you bump it all over the glass right there. All right, let's start adding little extensions on, or the first set of petals. Here we go. Burn that off. Grab number 2 here. We're going to maneuver this one a little bit. Grab number 3 here. So this one I do have to move a little bit. You always see these people building these bridges. They like build mouse traps all over the place, locking these petals together. I don't do that. I think it's a waste of glass, but that's just me. All right, we're going to bring it down. We got this just starting out. So this is just the top half of the iris. We got it formed up right here. We got to do the bottom section, the last 3 petals on it. We are looking kind of good. I love the organic look behind it all. So we got the beautiful colors transitioning in there. But yeah, let me see if I can bring in the view just a little bit right there. There. So we got the colors bouncing in. You can see it kind of lit up right there. Now I do have the ability to change it a little bit here and there after I get everything assembled. So once I get everything assembled, then I can kind of maneuver things around. How often do you have to change the inserts on that nozzle? What inserts? What inserts are you talking about? I have no idea what inserts you're referring to, sorry. Okay, let's roll. We're going to make it a little bit easier. I'm going to use a little larger version of that glass. Let's separate this. So now we have to do the outer petals. These are the big ones. These are the ones that go in the downward motion. Never change them. These never wear out. The jets on this torch never, ever, ever, ever wear out. You can break it if you're not careful with it, but they don't wear out. You never have to change it. This is a very unique torch. It's $4,600 for a reason. They are not cheap, but they are not cheap for a reason. Because they are a surface mix, meaning the gases mix as they exit the ports. They are also self-cooling, so you can do that with it. Don't do it at home. This is the only torch you can do that with. The only torch brand. Don't do that at home. I repeat, do not attempt to do that at home. But yeah, so the torch is self-cooling. It doesn't get hot. Actually feels good right now. All right, let's go ahead and burn this little bit off here. And we got that down. All right, let's make the last 3 petals on there. Okay, so we got to fuse that on. Then we're going to pull a chunk of it off, add the color, spin it up, flatten, carve the petal. We'll do 3 of those in total, and then we'll add it to the iris. So this is a slight bit thicker than the previous one, so it takes an extra minute for it to melt. It's amazing, just a little 4mm diameter difference, and it takes like a lot longer to melt. Get you out of the way. All right, let's preheat it. We're going to add our colors on and then build it. We got 3 of these to do in total, then we'll assemble the iris. Let's go ahead and add the color. So we are building a iris at the moment. This has uranium glass in it, so it will glow under a black light. Which is going to be kind of cool. I have not done one of these out of uranium before. So I'm kind of excited to get this one done. Got to put the slime green on now. So this is very close to like Nickelodeon slime green. Why the hell did that bubble up right there? All right, that's not good. So I'll show you something really interesting about glass. I just put that color down. I'm going to bring it over here. You're going to have a hard time maybe seeing it, but if you look at that color right there, I'm going to pop it in with the flashlight. So that color rod had a air line running through it, and now you can see those bubbles right in there. See those bubbles? So that was formed from an air line running down that colored rod. We now have bubbles in there. Which sucks, I got to pull the bubbles out, but happens. We're just going to use a separate rod. I'm going to toss that one off to the side and turn it into some type of funky rod, but we got to get the bubbles out. There. But yeah, so that happens every once in a while. You get little air lines running through the glass rods. And it's a little surprise. They are handmade, so I can't be mad at the factory. They're literally handmade, so I'm not mad at them. All right, let's add the uranium on here. So this is our lovely uranium glass. One of my favorite glass to make items with. One of my favorite colors. I wish it was cheaper. I'd make everything out of uranium. All right, so the last little bit of uranium we're adding on here. Then we're going to twist it up and flatten, smush, form up the petal. And repeat that 2 times over. So let me bring this out. Again, I show everything. I run a little bit slower than I do when I'm live streaming than when I'm by myself, because I'm showing you guys the process. Okay, this takes me a little while. But you can see the uranium popping through there, that really lime green right there, that's the uranium. No, uranium's not dangerous. Uranium glass is not dangerous. Now, if it was uranium glass dust, yes. But in this form, no. There's a really good video on YouTube about the process of making uranium glass. It's very, very, very minute amount. Plus, it's not the same type of uranium that it's depleted uranium. It's not exactly the same. All right, so we're squishing this all together in a twist. Getting a nice spiral going. There we are, we're looking good. Okay, got that all spiraled up. We got to do the little bottom, get it a little bit cleaner. Got to make this a little bit cleaner right there. Oh, there we go. Got to make sure there's no ridges in it. It's all fully blended. This is a iris, not a Pringle. And there we go. Or ruffle. Ruffles have ridges. I'm sorry. I meant to say ruffles. All right, let's separate this right here. Pop that off to the side. Grab our little cleaning rod here. Clean up that little bit of clear off there. Show you what we're working with, and then we'll finish it up on this one. So this is essentially what we got before we flatten everything out. You can see we got lots of lines running through that way. Now it's interesting what you'll see the pattern after I get done with it, how they kind of crisscross. It's kind of cool how you flatten it and then the pattern's crisscross. It's really cool. There we go. Let's grab our little flattener. Keep it nice and hot. Bring it over. Let it settle for a second. And squish. Then we're left with that. See how it's kind of cool how they crisscross in the patterning? I like it. I think it looks cool. All right, let's get this one built, shaped. Okay, a little bit there. And a little bit there. There we go. We're going to smooth all that out. Pull that. Then we got to shape it up. All right, so far so good. Let's get the little nubbies built in here. A little bit of hand carving. Right there. Right there. All right, so we got one more petal done here. So this will be hanging off the bottom portion of it. So we got the little section there. We got to make two more. And then we'll assemble it. Let's go ahead and separate this here. Bring it out, pull it down. Definitely have to pull some of this off. Hold on, let me get this goofy chunk off here. Definitely don't want that. Get off. No free rides. All right, should be good. Pop that off, pop it in the kiln for the moment. Two to go. Two to go. All right, let me grab some Mountain Dew. I need some Mountain Dew at the moment. Getting thirsty. Yeah, a little bit of patience. I'm actually a little impatient with it right now. I'm trying to get it. I wish I could make it faster, but I can't. Well, I can. If I wasn't taking every step and kind of bringing it over to the camera, showing you guys, I'd be done by now. But I kind of think it's important if you're going to live stream to actually show the process of, making glass. You know what I mean? What's up, Kelly? How are you? The big petals are for a uranium green iris, a multicolored green uranium iris. We have two more petals to make, and then we're going to do full assembly. But yeah, I think it's important to show the process if you're going to be live streaming. It's not necessarily how to teach people how to do this, but showing the process to me is ultra important. I watch a lot of different streams and things like that just because I'm always curious about other artists. And when I see someone just wailing away at something, which is cool, but then they don't show you anything, it kind of frustrates me. Okay, got that on there. Let's go ahead and add the color, twist it up, and make the second petal, and then we'll do the third and pop it together. Well, thank you, Groves. Well, thank you very much. I am just a guy that loves my job. I like showing the process too. I think showing the process is cool. Maybe I can inspire a few people to pick this up as a hobby or a career, which is fun. I think it'd be neat. To have a slight level of inspiration for people. Okay, we got to add the colors in here. Let's go ahead and pop in the colors, spiral it up. There's that one, and this one here. We're looking good. And we're going to grab that lime green again, pop it down. Then we're going to grab the uranium and do the uranium glass on here. So we add like double the uranium compared to the rest of the colors, because the primary color of this should be the uranium. These other two colors are kind of like accent colors. They're not really the focal point. But they do give the uranium a really nice contrast here. Okay, we got that on. Let's grab our uranium and do 4 stripes on here. One. And 2. Three. Woo, she's getting short. And 4. Okay, before we get too far, I'm going to fuse these two together. That was getting a little bit warm. And that'll do it. Okay, so next step, we're going to take the straight lines and twist them up. Oops, there we go. Where did my mouse go? There it is. Really? There. So we got to take the straight lines. We're going to, right now it looks like a green hot dog, and we're going to twist them up. Let's give it a twist. Put a little heat in the subject. All right, time to spiral it all up. And here we go. One, two, three. So we're twirling up right now. We are building the uranium iris. A pickle? Yeah, green hot dog sounds better. And here we go. We're going to spin it up. All right, we just have to get a little bit done down here. Oops. So we're just melding this in. Like that. Okay, got it all blended. Let's go ahead and flatten. Here we go. So the trick on this one is keep it as straight as possible. Flatten it out. And then we'll do all the carving in there, shaping, etc. All right, we're looking good. I'll show you what it looks like prior to flattening. Then after it flattens, it's a really cool process. I definitely dig it. Okay, let's pull this little bit of clear off here. There's a little tiny clear up at the front. Boom. Okay, so here we are in the side window. So this is it all spiraled up. We're going to take it, we're going to flatten it, and then it's going to create a crisscross pattern. Yep, New Orleans, there is a class at Pollock Studios. Pollock Studios is where I'd go if you were in New Orleans. So we're going to take that, we're going to take it and crisscross it up. Oh, my chair is stuck. Thank you, Mama Kelly. Mama KD, Kelly. So yeah, we are making a glass iris. We have one more petal after this, and then we're going to do our final assembly. So if you've been around this long, or you're just joining, now's a good time to stay. The hard part's all done. We're pretty close to finishing this off. All right, we got to let it settle for a second. Let's smash it. There we go. All right, we're looking good. Now we got that crisscross pattern going. It's like that. And we even have, so you can see the colors are crisscrossing in there. I love that. All right, let's get this guy all finished up. What do y'all say? One more after this. Okay, that's getting short. Don't want to do that. One more. I've been wanting to do this for a while. My initial plan was to do it out of amber purple, but the uranium was just calling me tonight. It'll look beautiful out of amber purple too. We are making a iris. We are doing the iris tonight. Okay. Let's get it stretched out, bent, shaped, and we only have one more to go. One more. So I'm going to pull this a little bit ahead of time. Make my life a hell of a lot easier at the end here. There we go. All right, so we got to bend it, shape it, and that's about it. Not too difficult. So we got to bend that way. We're going to bring it out here. Give it a little character. About like that. Oh, too much. That was too much character there. Now we just have to carve into it a little bit. Like that. Let's get the other side done here. Like that. One more to go. We're going to pop it over here though, and you guys can see the kind of, we got the bend going. I love the colors so far. We're looking good. Color pattern looks great. Let's go ahead and pull this one off, separate it, and do the last one. How much time do we have into it? Wow, we are an hour and a half into this already. It's definitely taken a minute. Okay, here we go. Definitely going to have to cut this video down. I'm going to try and condense it into a 15-20 minute video. Okay, there we are. We got that ready to go. Pop that off and we'll do the next one. Last one. What's up, North Carolina prospectors? How are you? What do you see in this and a piece of wood? No, this is going into an acrylic base. It's going to go into a 4-inch acrylic base round so that it can be lit up by a light base if you want to. I want to create a light base for it. The other ones that I do are in wood. This one I want in a light base. Because I'm going to try and find a black light base too. You don't need uranium to emit radiation. All right, let's fuse this together. Like that. And then we're going to add all the colors and spin it up, create the last petal, and assemble it. And we're going to cut it off right there. Just a little bit. All right, separate it here. Pull it down. Okay, we're good to go. So while I have a moment, I'm going to bring it up and show you what my glasses actually do, the filter that my lenses are made out of, called didymium. So didymium lens filters out a lot of light spectrum, a lot of the bright lights. So you can see in here how the change right there versus that. So that's what I'm seeing through my glasses, my safety glasses. Just like that. All right, let's pop it back. There we go. That is a cool effect, actually. I like it. But it shows you what I see. Now, a lot of people always say, can you leave the filter on permanently? No. Unfortunately, if you left the filter on permanently, you're going to miss out on probably 80% of the colors. So while it filters out the bright lights, it also filters out a lot of color. So occasionally you will see me like peek around my glasses. Like if I come down here, I'll look down like that through the top of the glasses because I can't see what color's what. Like pink and purple are indistinguishable from each other with the glasses on. They look exactly the same. So that's why I don't leave a filter on. Now, normally I have a triple camera setup like this going. And the one that shows the side view right here where my finger's bouncing, that one has a filter on it. But for this, I am recording this to cut it down to about a 15-20 minute video. So I don't want that triple filter or triple lens going at the moment. I kind of want to make this into a cool video, and I'm going to have to trim it way down, but yeah. I think it'll make a cool video. 15, 20 minutes. There we go. It's going to be my first kind of real serious editing project. I wish I knew how to edit much better. All right, we're bringing this down. Okay, we have to add the uranium glass now. So this is the primary color. We're going to add 4 stripes of it instead of 2 as opposed to the other 2 colors. Because the uranium is the focus. I'm going to bring it down and add in all the uranium. Bring it out here. Two more to go. 2 to go. And 1 more to go. See that little bit fly off? That happens a lot. That's why I wear the apron. You definitely don't want those little bits of glass flying off and, landing in your crotch. Why would I put in gloves? That would be dangerous. Gloves are dangerous. Okay, there we go. We're going to fuse it right there, and let's get it all twisted up. Let's get it spun up. Yeah, this is a lot of work. This is required. Yeah, so far we're 1 hour and 40 minutes into it. Okay, so we're spinning all this color in like that. So twisting, making it kind of like a candy cane. Like that. Nope, we're making a uranium iris. So we're making the iris, the flower. This is definitely going to be a very epic piece. Okay, so we got this little top part. We're going to spin it up here. All right, we're looking fantastic. Pull off this little bit of clear up here. Definitely don't want to leave that on there. This is the last petal, so it's going to be pretty good. And there we go. So we got everything spun up right now. And we're going to take that, we're going to flatten it. It's going to crisscross the pattern, which looks really amazing to me. I like the crisscross pattern. I think it looks cool. Okay, so we're heating it all up. We're going to take our little flattener here. We're going to squish it, Hulk smash it down, and then we'll add a little bit of glass to it, bend it, swirl it, and then we're going to start assembly. the last 3 petals of the iris. There we go. It is flopping around like a angry worm. And smash. Like that. We'll bring it over to the side so you guys can see that crisscross pattern. See, that's the part I like right there. When it starts transferring through to the other side and you get like these really cool patterns running through it. Let's go ahead and do the last little bit, shape it, and we'll start the assembly right now. Here we go. We're looking pretty decent on here. This is actually pretty okay. Okay, we got the 3 little extensions on those. Buzz this down a little bit right there. All right, last step, we got to shape this out. So we're going to attach a holding rod there, start heating it up, and bend, shape, and call it done. Then we do the final assembly. A little too much on here. I got to pull a little bit off. Too much glass. All right, we're good. So now we just have to carve into it, and then we'll start assembling. Got one more up here. One more to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. There. Now we're good. So we attach it there, and we'll detach it up here, and we'll just grab the iris and start going right to it. All right. Let's do it. Well, that was almost a disaster. Okay, there we are, looking good. All right, so far so good. Okay, next petal. That's barely on there. I don't know if that's going to stay. Nope. Did not think that was going to stay. Okay, we're going to separate there. Clean that up a little. Okay, we're going to warm it up. And the last one. looking really good here. I think we're all solid. We're set to go in just a second. Last petal to assemble. And 3. Oh, oh, nope, a little hotter right here. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. Squish. And we're good to go. This is beautiful. I love it. This is absolutely beautiful. Okay, separate. Of course, you got to give me a little bit of a problem at the very end, don't you? Got a big old chunk down here. Grabbed it the wrong way. There we go. There. So there is the iris. I can't hold it out for too long. We got the beautiful uranium running through it. I'm going to pop in the close-up view. There we go. There. So I can't hold it out too long, but you can see all the colors running through like that. So that is the uranium iris. Definitely got to get it in the kiln. That was fun. It is not part of an order, but make sure before you try and dibs on it, they are super expensive. Yeah, I'm not embarrassed to say they are. Okay, we got to do some jellyfish assembly real quick. So this part will be easy. We're going to do the easy part right now. We're just going to assemble the rest of the jellyfish. Do you do anything different instead of using bridges? Nope, I hate bridges. What a waste of glass. Yeah, bridges are necessary in certain parts, but for that, it's 6 petals. I mean, there's no need to bridge all that. It really is. To me, it's a waste of glass. But that's my take on it. Don't listen to me. I'm just a guy. All right, let's start assembling all this. Let's get this guy way in there. Oh, I got to tuck this one way in. This is not going to be a fun one. Now we got little jellyfish. Like that. I think this one we'll be able to see off the side. And there. So there's a little jellyfish. But we definitely have to move that guy right there. That's a little too far out. Same with you. Let's bring you in a little bit. There. There. Now we got jellyfish going. Like that. Make sure we don't have any problems, no cracks, no issues. Okay, I think we're good. And that goes in the kiln. Somehow I got to fit it in there. That looked kind of cool too, right? I like it. Yeah, I like it too. I think it looks good. Definitely has some character to it. Okay, got a bunch of uranium and slime and all these other colors. We're going to pop together a end of the day marble with it. So I got a bunch of these UV colors from earlier today when we were making flowers. We'll pop this onto the side and we'll do a quick marble out of it. So you can see we got these colors bouncing. Then there's the UV version. You can see it glowing all green. Back up. Let's go ahead and assemble all this. Maybe it'll just shatter and we won't get anything out of it. Okay, we're going to just assemble this thing all together, bunch it up. I don't know if I'm going to add another color to it or what the hell we'll do with it. We're going to do something though. I just don't want to leave these little bits go to waste. So let's assemble everything. Almost looks like a mushroom already. Kind of does look like a mushroom. Let's go ahead and pop in the triple view now. There we go. Now we can do it because I finished with that. Doesn't that kind of look like a little mushroom? No, the cracked marble has not broken anymore. It's still sitting off to the side. Okay. Let's assemble this together and see what we can come up with. Maybe we'll throw some cobalt on here. Kind of have it half uranium and lime green and half cobalt. I am a little tempted to put a little bit of electrum, the liquid metal, right in the center. I am going to keep this one small. I promise I'm going to keep this one smaller. It's not going to be gigantic. I'm definitely going to keep this on the smaller scale. Ooh, I have another piece out here. Damn it. Get off. I got another little chunky over here. I didn't even see this one sneak away from me. There we go. And we are good to go on that. I got a nice little chunk there. I'm going to throw a little bit of electrum on there. Just a little bit. And then we'll do the cobalt. Just a tiny bit, right there. Not much. Should just create a little tiny shimmer in there. And we're going to add some cobalt. And we're going to create the marble out of this. This marble is actually going to be kind of cool. I'm excited for this one. Blend it all the way around. There we go. All right. I think we have almost enough on here. We're going to do one more little trick on here. So we're going to separate this cobalt. We're going to add a little bit of the electrum to the end of this cobalt, encase it in clear, and hopefully get a little shiny spot. Like this cool little shiny spot, almost like an eyeball. Okay, right there, just that little bit. And grab some clear. All right, how do you guys like the triple view? You still a fan of the triple view? Thank you for all the gifts. I appreciate it. So are we still a fan of the triple view, or what do y'all think? Occasionally? Awesome. That is good to know. This might actually be a really cool marble. I didn't intend for it to be this way. I think it might be kind of cool, actually. All right, let's separate it there. And let's start shaping it out. I do need to bring this back a little bit, about right there, so you guys get a view. There we go. That's a better view. Yeah, this is the GTT Kabuki. Kabuki. Okay, we got a nice little end cap here. Let's get it rounded out just a little bit more. Then we'll work on the other side of this marble. So I'll bring it off. See how that shiny, see how it has that very reflective, almost star sapphire look to it? I love that. Yep, aim kiln. Love aim kilns. Ultra reliable. All right, here we go. We got to get this all rounded out, and we'll be good to go. It's almost starting to get that jellyfish look too. Almost has a little jellyfish look. If I put legs on it, it would be, but we're not doing it. One jellyfish tonight is enough. All right, so we're going to round everything out, and hopefully this does not crack. And we're just melding it all in. Okay, we just have to get it to blend. A little bit of slow process here. A little bit of process. Take my time. Actually, I just came up with a cool idea maybe for a marble. All right, let's get all the lines worked out of here. So for those of you that are new here and you have not seen, my lenses and my glasses are called didymium, and they filter out certain light spectrums. So when we bring it in here, you can see it filters out a lot of that funky fire. Actually, you can't see it on the triple that well. Maybe on this side. There. Double filter right there. That one already has a filter. All right, let's get this all rounded out and finished up. Okay, we're good on that end. Let me get it all smoothed out. Are we good? Yeah. We'll see if we got any shimmer to this. Let's pop it into the side view. Oh, we got a little bit. Oh, it has a little vortex in there. Look at that. That was not intentional. Has a little vortex going in there. This definitely may crack, but we'll find out. Yeah, that has a little vortex going on in there. Huh. Did not intend for that to happen. But now that kind of tells me it may crack. We'll find out. That green is not very inside friendly. The reason I'm saying it'll crack maybe is because that green is not very friendly on the inside of glass. It does not like to be encased. There is a way to kind of hopefully get it to not crack, but we'll see. And this may drop. That puntee on there is barely on. That last little bit off there. Last little bit. And down. Now, certain colors are prone to cracking. If they're encased deep in the glass, there's not much you can do to stop it from cracking. However, there is a little trick you can use occasionally to not get it to crack, even on colors that typically crack. There is a little tip and trick on there. We're going to try it. We'll see if it happens. We'll see if it does. All right, smooth that out. We're all good to go. Now this is where you're definitely going to see that star sapphire look. I mean, just look at the brightness of that. It has just this metallic sheen to it. There's the side with the lime green. This is if this lives, it's going to be a kick butt marble. I don't know if we can get it in there. There. You can definitely see all that shimmer. If it lives, it's going to be amazing. But that's a big if at the moment. All right, we're going to grab Dragonfly Creations Amazing Marble Holder. Also works really good for ornaments. Just in case you were wondering. Perfect Christmas time device. Going to grab it here, and this is how you pop it off of the stem. Like that. Oh, wow, that shifted way over. That means it was super round. Smooth that out. All right, let's check it out. See what it looks like on the side cam. Forgot to go back to triple cam. Oop, don't fall. Remember I was saying it has that really cool looking moonstone, star sapphire look, and then we got a little green vortex in there. Definitely green. Wow. And then we got sideways. And last view, one more time. There we go. Now you can see that liquidy metal look. And look at that blue. That's where I love it. All right, let's get it in the oven. Oh, do I even have room? Yeah, right there. Nope, don't you sit there. Nope. Come back here. There we go. It does glow like a moon. It definitely glows like a moon. All right, I was gonna stop, but I do want to try this marble before it leaves my thought process here. So I'm gonna get this marble done. Be patient with me. We're just gonna get it handled right now. If I were a 10 millimeter rod, I would have gone to where? Right here. What's up, Larry the Sea? Yep, the iris is beautiful. You want to buy that one in particular? The marble? If it lives, it's up for sale, but I don't know till tomorrow. I could show you examples of what I thought was going to live and what died. Really? Did you guys see that? Wow. So the glass flew off my rod and landed there. Look at that. If I tried to do that, I could not do it. It flew off the blue rod and landed on there and stuck. It just popped on there. Oh, man. That is funny as hell. That was funny. It was like a flea circus. All right, let's get this. That was funny. All right, let's get this done. I have a really cool idea for this. We're going to see if it works. Okay, so we got to grab that there, and we're going to grab this here, pop it on the bottom. Super angry blue right now. That blue is angry. Let's use the bigger flame and pop it in. We're going to speed run this one. Okay, we're getting everything together. Gather all this up. Shouldn't be using the big flame for this, but I'm trying to hurry up. It'll speed it up by like 2 minutes, but technically I should be using that flame for it. And there we are. We're good. Okay, we're going to separate this right here. So what I'm going to do with this process is we're going to bring this out here. We're going to add the electrum, and then we're going to encase it in clear. So we're going to create these little dots, encase it in clear. The electrum is a very shimmer glass. It's like a liquid metal. And what I want to do is kind of do dots around it, big ones, encase it, and then spin it around and see kind of how it reacts. So we're just going to do some big old dots here. Actually, I might encase some of these in clear and some in amber purple. Yeah, we're going to do some in clear, some in amber purple. See, my brain's always working. Unfortunately, I can't calm it down. It never listens. Okay, we're just blending all this together. I forgot I got the triple. With the triple camera, I can just bring it off to the side camera. You guys can get at least semi-good view of it. There we are. So now we're hobnailed around. Good night, Stephen. Thank you for hanging out. Okay, let's, I know I got amber purple here. There we go. Let's do a few of these amber purples and some clear. Just going to buzz all the way around that one. All the way around that. One, two, three. All right, we'll just pop one down there. I didn't want it that close to each other, but that's okay. All right, let's do the clear. So we're basically encasing on top of it. So the color itself isn't exposed, just the top color covering it. Am I in Portland? No. Not in Portland. I am in the Pacific Northwest. Okay. A little bit more here. Okay, we got it all encased. Definitely looks like a big old chunky monkey. Looks like a science project. All right. So what's happening now is we are melting everything down. Yeah, molecule, exactly. So we're melting it in, and then we're going to attach another rod to the other end, and then we're going to kind of twist it up a little bit. I don't want to twist too much, but I want to take these dots, and as we start twisting it, it should elongate them a little bit. It should create this kind of, I don't know what to call it, design. And we're going to attach it there. All right, let's see if we can get this melded in and twisted and blended. Getting those dots to blend all the way in is the pain in the butt. All right, we're at the ooey gooey point, so we're going to start twisting this up a little. So far, so good. Going to bring it down here. We're going to pull it down a little bit. Give it a spiral at the tip up there. There we go. All right, so now we're kind of spiraling around. You can see all that, how we twisted everything up right there from those dots. What's up, L to the B? How you doing? I got a nice little spiral at the end and on the side. There. Okay, so we got some cool colors bouncing out already. And now we start making a marble. I'm kind of excited to see how this design looks. It's simple, but if it works the way I hope it does, it should look freaking awesome. And if it looks good here, I can do it in a larger fashion. I'm just doing it small to test out the pattern. Oh, got a little off center there. And we are looking, I'm pretty happy. We're looking good. I am not disappointed in this yet. Now this one I'm not worried about cracking. This I know will live. There's nothing in these colors that is sensitive to cracking. And here we go. We're going to spin this up. There we are. I'm going to try and I need to pull a little bit down to the center here. And just like that, we're good. And then we just shape it out now. Oh, damn it. You got a little bobble in there, a bubble. Where did you go? There you are. Did you disappear? Now, we're going to find out here in just a second. Let's spin this guy way up. All right. We'll bring this out for a second, so give it a break. We got some really cool spirals running in that direction, and we got some neat looking patterns running through there. Now remember, some of these are amber purple, so we should get like some brownish caramel coming through there. And so far, so good. We're looking good. Shouldn't be long now. Just got to refine this side, switch it one more time, and then we'll be perfectly done. Yeah, we're all good on this side. One last reversal. And I don't have any short rods. And down we go. So what I'm gonna show you what I look for in these marbles when I try and determine if they're round. And for that, we're going to have to use the side window enlarged. So we're going to pop it out here, side window large. So look at the reflection of the lights coming off the ceiling. So what I'm looking at, see the little reflections right there. So watch it as I'm rotating. You're going to see that gap, and then it comes back to straight, gap, and as I'm bringing around, it disappears. So that tells me it's not round. When that light stays smooth, then you're good to go. But right there, you just see it moving and warping all over the place. So when that light's jumping up and down, it definitely has a drawback there. There's a flaw of somewhere. Now, we're going to get this straightened out and pop it off done. Now, we're definitely going to make this straightened out. Okay. All right. Last little bit. Here we go. So when you use these marble molds, they're made out of graphite, pencil lead. You don't want to force it in there. You don't want to jam it in there like you're angry at it. Kind of put it in there and let it run off like you're petting a puppy or a kitty. I've never had a cat, so I don't know if cats like to be petted like that. Okay, I think we're good. So let's bring it out to the side view. I'll show you the beauty of it. Let's see if it looks any good as it starts cooling. Right now it's in its molten state, but you can see the swirls, the metallic-y swirls bouncing in there. And we got those. Oh yeah, look at that amber purple right there. Woo! There's the amber purple with the metallic. Hell yeah. Now look at that amber purple right there. Look at that color. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. And there it is right there at the top. Yeah, that is wicked. I'm going to leave it on the side view so once I pop it off, we can show it. It's tiny, but it's beautiful. So we're going to take that and pop. There we go. That's how you get it off the holder. Smooth that out. Look at that. That'll make us a cool screenshot. Here we go. I'm going to give you guys, if you want a cool phone wallpaper for your phone, screenshot this real quick. And zoom in on it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. That makes a cool ass wallpaper. And there we are. We got all the, ooh, look at the green coming out. Yeah, we definitely have some color. Let's flip it around to the other side. Now that amber purple got a little bit toasty right there, but you can kind of see it popping through. They'll all come back. Yeah, that is pretty awesome, actually. Okay. Nope, stay. Okay. All right, I got to do one last inspection of my jellyfish. So this is the jellyfish. I just have to do a quick inspection of it, but there it is. You can kind of see that jellyfish going. We've got to do a quick inspection, make sure there's no cracks. And it's good to go. That one is complete. All right. Unfortunately, that does it. My kiln is completely full. I could actually keep going, but my kiln's full at the moment. So I can't do much from here. So I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me. Appreciate you. Let's pull it into the normal view. There we are. Yeah, lots of stuff done today. I want to claim that one. Mama Kelly. Okay. Just message us. That one for sure will live. I'm not worried. I'll show you the ones that died. I'm really disappointed by them. So this one died. I'm waiting to see how long till they explode. I'll just show them to you. Here we are. This one is definitely cracked to hell. Oop, too bright. You can see all those cracks running through there. Unfortunately, it's still beautiful with the uranium, but yeah, definitely cracked. That one's sad. This one I'm still curious about. This should not have cracked. Okay, that has that little portal window in it. This one should not have cracked. I am tempted to reheat this thing and see if I can like flatten it, twist it, and just turn it into another marble. There's a lot of glass in there. Because that should not have cracked. There is nothing in there that is cracking. And it pissed me off. So I'm tempted to reheat that one. And where's the other one that cracked? I thought I had 3. I don't know. This one didn't. This one's available too. This one is available. This is that really ambery purple uranium guy right here. This one's gorgeous. But this is the one that lived, and I tested it out to make sure the colors were all good to go. And I love these colors. Just has this beautiful little ornate pattern to it. All right. And with that, I will call it a night. I'm going to go and which one cracked that you had claimed? I think it was this one. That was the portal one. I mean, it's still damn beautiful, but it will eventually explode. It's not, look how cracked that is. That went all the way through right there. It will eventually explode. So that's why I said I'm tempted to reheat it and like completely rework all that glass. Very tempted. All right, I am going to call it a night. I appreciate all you hanging out with me. Man, you made tonight fun. Thank you. Thank you for making my night kick ass. I appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe and follow. I appreciate it. And with that being said,